It's time to stitch the Muppet pieces together. They have us starting with the head. Normally, I would be really eager to machine sew this, but it specifically advises against that, and I'm not great at hand sewing. I've decided that I'm going to double my thread just to make it a little bit more durable. They give us pretty much everything that we need. We got the thread, needle, there's even some pins. I really love using these clips whenever I can. They're just easier and I don't have to get poked in the finger. And what they want us to do is take the upper headpiece, and we have a dart here that we're gonna close up. And to do that, we're just gonna make sure that the fur is all going down, so we're not getting the fur caught in the seam. On both sides, I will pin it together and then whip stitch across. There's two pieces that have that. And it does say to start from the outer edge and work your way to the inner edge and to do a tight whip stitch, which makes total sense because the dart's gonna have more pull to it since it's an odd shape. This head's gonna be round in the end. I should mention that the whip stitch is simply going in through one side, looping it back over, and then you always go back in from the same side, kind of whipping it back. Tried to get pretty close to the edge, but not so close that it won't hold. So I feel pretty confident in how tight it is stitched. And then on this side, you can't really see where it was stitched. And got a little hat already. The next step, I believe, is to stitch these two pieces together. So we've got 3 marks on here that we're gonna match to the marks that are on the other side. And we're gonna just do the same exact thing. I'll pin it and then stitch those together. After we do this, we'll have a nice portion of the head done. Oh my gosh, this is her head. Look at her little head. Next, we're going to be stitching the lower head together. So we're gonna stitch those together, matching the marks, and then stitch the lower head fur together at the center front, which will be here. We're gonna go all the way up to this mark. We've got the one with the hole in it, which is the lower head, and that is wrong side out. And then we've got the upper head, which is the first thing we sewed together with the darts, and we're gonna put that right side out. And this is the piece that is a complete piece is getting tucked into that piece. So tucking that in. Okay, I'm thinking that these 2 lines are supposed to connect because they both say to sew to there. I mean, it's the only one of 2 markings, so it would make sense. The other one's all the way over here. Reconnect that. This is the other mark that I have on here. Feeling pretty good about that. So I'm actually gonna match the seams up here. Whenever I have 2 pieces of fabric that I'm sewing together or about to sew together and I'm pinning them in and it's in a circle, I usually like to first mark the markings on the pattern so you kind of get a general area there. And it's obviously extra hard with this because of all the crazy fur. And I kind of like give it a tug and then you get a nice even distribution. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I see, so this is gonna be the mouth here. Okay, so we're gonna do a whip stitch from here all the way around to that pin right here that you can't see very well, to that. Just remember, when things are looking the most messy and crazy and the fabric's not doing what you want it to, it means you're almost at a point where it's gonna start becoming something. The fabric needs to do what you want it to do, not what the fabric wants to do. So don't feel like you have to bend to its will. Make it work for you. All right, I got the head sewn together. Next up is reach in through the neck and push until the entire head is wrong side out. Okay. Could do that. Ah! Oh my gosh. That's the mouth. Now I know what they're talking about. Oh my goodness. Okay. line up the center points and corners of felt interior with the center seams of fur head. So I actually need to stop here and take a detour from the directions because I don't want to just do the black felt. This is fine, but I bought some other felt, so I want to try to make a tongue and uvula and maybe mimic a little bit what Eastleigh has going on over there. She's going to be so pretty.